Hey everyone, welcome to Science Based Fitness. My name's Adam. Thanks for checking out the channel. So today's video topic is all about the core fundamentals behind muscle growth. Now, if you're someone that goes to the gym, applying these will help you see more success in that area. I want to discuss a few aspects behind muscle growth. I want to give an analogy that might make it more simple, easier for you to remember, and something that you can take to the gym, apply right away, and see improvements across the board in your own muscle growth. As a personal trainer over the years, I've seen people at the gym who consistently work out, but they fail to apply these principles we're going to discuss today. Now, one of the main reasons you're going to hire a personal trainer or go in search of a video like this is to help utilize your time a little bit more efficiently. If you are one of these people who go to the gym consistently, yet aren't seeing muscle growth, you might fall into one of these problems, and this could be what's holding you back from experiencing your true potential. First off, when we discuss muscle growth, I want to make sure we're on the same page here. Having a goal of growing your muscle doesn't mean you have to become a bodybuilder or some type of a power lifter. I've seen individuals come to the gym and be worried about weight training because they think they'll get bulky and big. Now, those who are big bodybuilders like the individuals you can see on screen here, these people dedicate years upon years upon years of their life with highly optimized training programs and specialized diets. There's also a good chance that the bodybuilders you're thinking of might also be enhanced. A lot of us might like a physique more like the Instagram and TikTok models we see on the internet. But what we don't see is their training programs. There are so many training programs and workout videos you can follow, and they are successful and helpful for a lot of people. But the problem is if you don't apply these principles over time, then you'll start to become stagnant and you won't see that muscle growth that you want. Building muscle has so many benefits, it's hard to argue against it. But these changes do take time and it's a slow process. It does get frustrating, but that's why you have to apply these principles. Now, I broke this down into what I think is a pretty simple to understand analogy, so let's get right into that analogy. I thought of this the other day, and let me know in the comments if this analogy makes this a little bit easier to understand a more complex topic. And if you enjoy this, click the like button and I will try to apply similar strategies to other topics that are a little bit more complex. Now, I want to use a stove as our analogy here. Now, let's imagine that the flame is the stimulus we're providing to our muscles. Now, we have a few dials on the front of the stove that we can adjust. And we can see that our muscle sitting above the flame is waiting for a stimulus. Now let's label the dials frequency, load, volume, intensity, and variation. Now I'm sure you could argue all the different forms of stimulus that you can provide and subcategories. Just for the sake of the analogy, let's just use this. The stimulus we provide is what's going to make the muscle grow. We could increase the first dial, which is our frequency. So let's say we go from training our muscle 2 days a week to 3 days a week. This would be increasing the frequency. Or instead of that first dial, we can increase the second dial, which is the load. This would increase the amount of weight that we're lifting. Now, this will provide a change in the stimulus you're providing to the muscle and increase growth. But now let's say we go from 3 times a week to 5 days a week. This doesn't always equal better results. Now, this is just an example here, but let's say we go from 3 days a week to 4 days a week to 5, 6, or 7. You can see that there's diminishing returns the more and more we do. Trying to leave at least 48 to 64 hours is an appropriate amount of time for muscle recovery. My typical recommendation is to avoid working a muscle that's still sore. Now, in the grand scheme of things, we can tell there is tons and tons, endless possibilities of variations that you can pick that fit your workout the best. If you're someone that doesn't like training to failure, you can alter the stimuluses through other ways. But now let's say you're someone that works at that 95% intensity every single set. Altering the number of sets you do can increase that muscle stimulus. Altering the load you train with can also change that stimulus. So at the end of the day, you have to pick and choose which of these variations you want to control in your training program. I think this concept of a stove really helps with knowing that there's all these different dials that you get to pick and choose, you get to alter, and if you don't feel like you're working hard enough, then turn up one of these dials. Now, we do have to understand if we just crank all of these dials up, it's not going to be an effective way to train. You can increase these every other week or as needed. That is based on your training strategies and how you like to work out. Everyone's at a different starting point and everyone's going to have a different stimulus they need to provide to that muscle. All right, everyone, that's it for today's video. I hope this was helpful for you to understand the changes in the stimuluses that you might need to provide to your muscles. It was a little odd analogy. I hope it was conveyed well and it hopefully helped you maybe get a simple understanding of how this works. Let me know in the comments. Just drop a comment if it was helpful, yes or no, and then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. I do drop videos like this every week. Stick around for future videos. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.